Thank you guys. So I've been trying to get back into dating lately, and I've been trying all the apps and the websites out there. Doesn't seem to be working for me, and I don't really know what I'm doing wrong, man. Like, I have had my profile up on blackpeoplemeet.com for 3 months now. Haven't gotten a single match. Started growing marijuana. I don't smoke it, but I wanted to join farmersonly.com. Desperate for love, but I'm not a liar. Converted to Judaism so I could join JDate, and all that did was screw up all my matches on Christian Mingle. At least you have your health, though, right? That's what they always say, man. If you can't find love, at least you have your health. And I am healthy, man. These are all original parts. I still have my appendix, I still have my tonsils, still have my wisdom teeth. Never had a cavity, but I did have a health scare a few years ago. I'm going to tell you about it right now. I was working in a warehouse at the time. You work in a warehouse, you got to wear boots, long pants, long sleeve shirts. It's a safety concern, right? I was working there in the fattest summer, 110 degrees every day. Come home the first day of work, I got a rash all down my inner thigh, right? I'm thinking heat rash, I put some baby powder on it, I call it good. Come home the next day, the rash is all down my other thigh. Still thinking heat rash, put some baby powder on it, call it good. Come home the next day, the rash is up past my belly button, right? Innie, by the way. Anybody here have an outie? Anybody here have an outie? I've been doing this bit for 5 years, and only one time has there ever been someone in the room who said, yeah, I have an outie. Well, let me just ask you a quick question. Have you ever made love to someone who has the opposite belly button of yours? If so, do the belly buttons line up and... And if so, is that what the kids at the schoolyard are talking about when they say double penetration? I don't know, I'm just down there selling them the weed that I grow so I can be on farmersonly.com. We don't really have a lot of time to talk about it. So anyway, long story short, makes your story 3 words longer. It's a stupid joke, but I'm going to keep telling it until people laugh. I go to the hospital, and the nurse brings me in. She puts me in a gown, and she says the doctor will be in to see you in a minute. Doctor comes in. Beautiful young female doctor, right? Now I'm starting to get nervous, because in like 2 minutes, this woman is going to be staring at my naked body. And I get nervous anytime anything is even remotely, like, sexual. I mean, obviously, this is a doctor's appointment, but I'm going to be naked in front of a beautiful woman, you know? So I start to get nervous. She says, Mr. Bradford, to ensure that nothing untoward happens due to the nature of your ailment, I am going to have to bring in a second doctor. I say, of course. She goes out in the hall. She comes back in with a second young, beautiful female doctor. Now I'm getting really nervous, because in 1 minute, 2 young, successful, beautiful women are going to be staring at me. And I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I am neither young, successful, or beautiful. So the doctor says, okay, go ahead and pull up your gown, right? I learned 3 important things that day, folks. Number 1, I learned that I had a yeast infection brought on by food allergies that I was not aware that I had. That's right, ladies, yeast infections, they're not just for you anymore. Hashtag me too. Second thing I learned is that baby powder is made with cornstarch, and cornstarch is what yeast eats. So every day I was just feeding my yeast infection. The third and most important thing I learned that day is you don't ever want anything wrong with your body that causes 2 young, beautiful, successful women to simultaneously go, oh, God, no. All right, folks, I'm Bradford. Thanks a lot.